If you guys don't already know, this is me documenting my business until I make enough money to replace my full-time job. And this video is actually going to be about a framework for thinking about how to grow your business. And it's something I learned recently, and I really want to lock in the idea and hopefully help you lock it in and learn it as well. So the whole idea is to think about the business, and I learned this from Alex Hormozi. Think about the business in terms of constraints, right? So there's always going to be one major bottleneck in the business. So, and usually those constraints are one of two things. It's either it is a demand constraint, right? You don't have enough people who want your stuff, not enough people who want to pay you, or it is a supply constraint. Like you have enough people who want to pay you, but you aren't able to make the stuff fast enough, right? So it's either demand or supply. It can never really be both, right? There's always going to be one that is more. So for me, how I've been looking at constraints is that my big thing was I felt like I didn't have enough consistent weekly clients or sponsors. If you don't know, I make videos about events and experiences in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm kind of an influencer in that way, and people pay me for sponsorships. So I was feeling like I didn't have enough people consistently coming in to pay me for that, right? To sponsor these posts, to get their event out there. So I had a demand constraint. So what I did for this, I mean, I don't even know if it's right yet, but what I did for this is I went ahead and I hired an assistant. I started a whole database of different events and experiences. I started some AI automations as well. And all of those were around the two ideas of I want to generate research, I want to be able to know exactly when different events and experiences are coming out, and then two, to be able to reach out to ones that I think would be a good fit. So that database, I now have something that when we run that process, it gets us something like 200 events that are happening in a given month, which is pretty much, from my estimation, around 80 to 90% of what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm very proud about making that. And then I go through, we have a process where we shortlist it, and then I tell my my assistant to start reaching out to people. And it's been tremendous so far. We've been running it for about a couple of weeks, and I think that is definitely the way forward. So that has helped me solve my demand constraint, and now I'm moving towards a supply constraint because I just don't have so much time to do this all the time because I work a full-time job. So that I just wanted to give that illustration because there's always going to be one of the two, and you're likely going to seesaw back and forth between the others from what I'm understanding right now. And a big thing that I would say for you, if you are running your own business and trying to grow it, is to ask a few questions. The first is, what is my constraint right now? What type of constraint do I have? Is it that my business is demand constrained, or is it supply constrained? Is it not enough customers, or I can't make the stuff fast enough for my customers? And then the second question is a big one I took from Alex Hormozi. He's a big inspiration for me. It's actually at the top left or right of this board. And the question is, what is the one thing that if I do transforms the business and grows it properly? Right? What is the one thing that if we do makes all the other problems go away? And when you do that, you ask, am I demand constraint or supply constraint or whatever, right? What type of constraint? Then you ask, what's the biggest thing? It really streamlines your focus of all these different things that you can do in your business, and instead being like, hey, this is the one thing that is going to fix our constraint. And for me, it was, I need to know more information about events that are happening and be able to reach out to them in a timely manner. And that has fixed my demand constraint. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I hope this helps you guys in growing your own business. But I definitely hope, and I think it already has, that this is locking it into my brain for when I try to grow and move forward. So take care. This is second little video of documenting my growth until I replace my full-time job. Take care.